Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan was born around 1162 in the mountains area of Burhan-Aldan in Mongolia's Henti province. His father's name was Yasuji Beg Hator, and his mother's name was Holan. Genghis Khan's birth name was Temujin. He had 3 brothers and 1 sister. Temujin's early life was difficult. His father abandoned the family. He killed his brother over a dispute about sharing hunting spoils, and he was captured in a raid by a tribe and held captive. He was enslaved but soon escaped with the help from a sympathetic captor. It was said that Genghis Khan was born with a blood clot in one of his hands, which symbolized that he was to rule with great power.
Around the age of 16, Temujin, Genghis Khan, married Borte Yujin of the Kankirati tribe. He was later kidnapped in a raid by the Merkit tribe, but he rescued her with the help of his friends and troops from his blood brother. Their first child, Choji, was born 9 months after she was freed from the Merkit tribe.
Rise to power.
Genghis Khan began his slow ascent to power by offering himself as a vassal to his father's sworn blood brother, Togrul, who was better known by Wang Khan. When Temujin's wife had been captured, Togrul had lent him 20,000 of his Kurate warriors. Togrul's son, Sangam, was jealous of Temujin's growing power, and he planned to assassinate him. When Temujin learned of these intentions, he eventually defeated him and his loyalists.
Another rupture between Togrul and Khan was when Togrul refused to give his daughter in marriage to Jachi, the eldest son of Genghis Khan. This act probably led to the split between both sides and was a prelude to war. Togrul allied himself with Jamukha, Temujin's blood brother, or Anda, and was the confrontation took place, the internal divisions between Togrul and Jamukha, as well as the desecration of many clans that fought on their side for Temujin's, led to Togrul's defeat. This paved the way for the fall of extinction of the Kurate tribe. The Mongol clan now had much more power, and the population of the whole Mongol nation was around 200,000. First war with Western Xia. The Mongol Empire created by Genghis Khan in 1206 was bordered on the west by the Western Xia dynasty. To its east and south was the Jin dynasty, who at the time ruled northern China, as well as being the traditional overlord of the Mongolian tribes. Temujin organized his people and his state to prepare for war with Western Xia, that was closer to the Mongol border. Eventually, Genghis Khan led his army against Western Xia and conquered it. Despite initial difficulties in capturing its well-defended cities, by 1209 the Tangut Emperor acknowledged Genghis as an overlord. The founders of the Jin dynasty. The Mongol army crossed the Great Wall of China in 1213, and in 1215 Genghis besieged, captured, and sacked the Jin capital of Yajing, later known as Beijing.
By this time, the Mongol army was exhausted from 10 years of continuous campaigning in China against the Tangut and the Rizhen. Therefore, Genghis sent only 2 men, 20,000 soldiers, against Kuchlug, under a brilliant young general, GB, known as the Arrow. The Mongol Empire was one of the most ethnically and culturally diverse empires in history, as befitted its size. Many of the empire's nomadic inhabitants considered themselves Mongols in military and civilian life, including Turks, Mongols, and others. The Mongol Empire practiced religious tolerance to a large degree because it was generally indifferent to belief. The exception was when religious groups challenged the state. For example, Islami Muslims that resisted the Mongols were exterminated.
Genghis Khan and his generals made advances in military disciplines such as mobility, psychological warfare, intelligence, military autonomy, and tactics. Genghis Khan and others were widely cited as producing a highly efficient army with remarkable discipline, organization, toughness, dedication, loyalty, and military intelligence. In comparison, to their enemies and by defeating one of the most powerful and largest armies, empires, tribes, and dynasties, besides being militarily outnumbered in almost all of them.
The Mongol armies were one of the most feared and militarily ruthless forces ever to take the field of battle. Operating in massive sweeps extending over dozens of miles, the Mongol army combined shock, mobility, and firepower unmatched in land warfare until the modern age. Other peoples such as the Romans had stronger infantry, and others like the Byzantines deployed more heavily armored cavalry. Still, others were experts in fortification. But none combined combat power on land with such devastating range, speed, scope, and effectiveness as the Mongol military, practicing advanced tactics, strategies, and toughness.